If you're struggling right now with the aftermath of narcissistic abuse or aftermath of narcissistic parenting system, that trauma that's been passed down from generation to generation, you're probably finding that it's getting in the way of you living your best life. So many clients come to me as a trauma therapist and say, Doug, they say, I'm struggling with getting myself out there. I'm struggling with creating the business that I want to create. I'm struggling with having relationships. I'm struggling with trusting myself, let alone other people. I'm struggling with knowing who I even am. This is because the coping mechanisms that we put into place to protect us when we're going through the trauma actually hold us back from doing the things that we want to do in life, even though now we may be an adult or maybe we've grown up and grown out of the relationship and we might now be physically safe, but our brain is still in survival mode. Our brain is still saying, hey, to stay safe, this is what you need to do. And the problem is we have all these limiting beliefs, right? So many people say stuff like, I can't do that here. I can't do that right now. So we want to do something, but we're getting held back because our thought process is telling us this. Now, I know you're working hard and I know you're trying the right things, as I was when I went through this. I found that I started working at the bottom. I was like, okay, so I need to change my environment. So I did. I changed my environment, did some feng shui, got some candles, did some spiritual stuff. That made me feel good, but I still was like, I can't do that. Even though that wasn't here, I can't do that in the new place. I went on holiday to Thailand, I did all these things. It still didn't get me this belief that I needed, which was this belief that I'm enough, that I can go and do something. There's still a lot of blockages stopping me. So the next thing that I did, that most people do, is they then look at the behavior. They think, well, it must be my behaviors, right? I need to do something different. I need to go to yoga classes. I need to start doing somatic work. Maybe I need to meditate every morning. Maybe I need to read more books. So we do all this and it's all great, but it doesn't change your life. It adds to your life, but it doesn't change your life because you still have this belief, I can't do, right? So what's next? We start thinking, okay, so maybe I'm just lacking something. I'm lacking the capabilities. I'm lacking the skills to do this. So we start to upskill ourselves. We start to spend money. And I spent a whole lot of money training in so many different modalities to learn ways to overcome, the pain, the suffering, the anxiety, the complex trauma that I was going through. I spent so much money doing that. And although that was great and it got me everything that I needed in terms of certifications and everything like that, I still was like, there's something missing. I can't break through that ceiling, right? And that ceiling, the next one up from that is that I can't, right? It doesn't matter about all this. If we still feel like I can't, and that's the belief system. So the next thing we can start to look at is changing beliefs. But again, you might change your beliefs. So now you might believe that, I can do something or I can't do something. So you believe I can do something. But if you haven't changed your ID, you haven't changed your identity, right? And your identity is still of someone who gets everything second or doesn't deserve, right, or isn't worthy. That's still your identity. So it doesn't matter how much below it you've changed, having that identity of everything goes wrong, having that identity of this, I'm just not the right person, having that identity of I'm worthless, means that it doesn't matter how many skills, what your beliefs are, that's all immaterial, because your identity, literally, the way you treat yourself, the way other people treat you, is going to be determined by that. Now, on top of that, which most people don't even realize, there is something far bigger, and that is your purpose. And if you put in purpose on top of all of that, now some people call it purpose or meaning, some people call it their dharma, some people call it their enlightenment or some kind of faith, whatever that is. When you have that, right, and that is the secret that we need to tap into, because when we can tap into that, that is when everything else becomes easy. So rather than having to do like I did, spend years and so much money and effort and blood, sweat and tears and all that kind of stuff, working my way up to only realize that, wow, I just needed to tap into this. Once you tap into that, everything else becomes easy, because that literally becomes your North Star. Now, guys, if you're interested in learning more about this, I have some free training that I'm going to be running at the weekend. So please click the link below or above and join the free training. Sign up and make sure that you add it to your email list as well, so that you're not going to miss the link that we're going to send you so you can access this 100% free training. Now, I can't wait to see you there. Have a great day. Namaste.